Moana is special. To be able to showcase our Polynesian culture in this way has really been a real honor. We want to be protected because the animated film was so good.
Well, that was a lie. Disney live-action remakes have been a complete roller coaster. Some of them have been well made, but many of them, if not all, are obvious cash grabs. None more obvious than the Moana movie. The live-action Moana movie is apparently on its way to being a massive flop, and I'm glad that seems to be the case because this movie deserves to fail. The original Moana movie was a breath of fresh air, a reminder of what Disney is about: a great story, great music, great characters, and gorgeous animation. Until Disney decided to shit on that and create a live-action monstrosity that has done nothing but waste time and resources. This movie deserves to fail because it is a soulless cash grab. There was obviously a lot of hard work put into it, and making a movie isn't easy, so this is no indictment on the cast and the crew, but they got paid, hopefully. So this isn't about them. This movie is completely pointless. It's a vanity project brought to life by a greedy company after deciding to approach Dwayne Johnson with the idea to remake this film. The concept of Disney remakes as a whole is already a complete admission of creative bankruptcy, but deciding to release a live-action version of a 10-year-old film, a 9-year and 7-month-old film 2 years after the sequel is something sinister in its own right. I've never understood the concept of making a live-action version of an animated project. Whether it's anime or Western animation, it will never measure up. Animation, being the superior medium, will always convey these stories better than their live-action counterparts. Just look at Netflix's version of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's kind of a slap in the face to everyone who worked on the original movie. And the fact that Disney and Dwayne Johnson have tried to make this a cultural thing is absolutely atrocious. Now, I'm not Polynesian, and far be it from me to shit on anybody's excitement, but this would have made more sense if the original movie was whitewashed. But the original movie is already a great celebration of Polynesian culture. All of the actors are of Polynesian descent, and the story draws from Polynesian culture. The character designs are based on the Polynesian people and their culture. So trying to use the excuse of culture to remake a modern Disney classic is egregious. Dwayne Johnson making this film a celebration of culture is all good and fine, but for me, I see it as Disney having no ideas and throwing out $250 million to make money on another unnecessary remake. If culture is the basis of this entire production, they could have made a Disney film based on Polynesian culture with a new story outside the world of Moana, but they can't because they need to milk this franchise for all it's worth. I mean, this isn't even the first movie with a Polynesian protagonist. Lilo and Stitch exists. That movie was made using Polynesian culture as well. So I don't get why they couldn't just make another story. From the moment Moana was announced, I have been praying for this movie to fail, and I was skeptical when the sequel made $1 billion. But I'm happy this movie isn't only going to flop, but might lose Disney upwards of $80 million. Not to even talk of the fact that Dwayne Johnson couldn't just give the role of Maui to someone else. He had to wear a bodysuit with an atrocious wig, but I digress. The performances are standard, nothing too bad. Personally, I would have given the role of Maui to someone else, only because Dwayne Johnson is too old for the role. But I understand why they went with Dwayne Johnson. He can act, can sing, he has the physicality for the role, and is bankable, so whatever. The biggest reason though why this movie deserves to fail is because of the ripple effects on the wider industry. Do you know the Pandora's box that will be blown open if this movie becomes a smashing success? What am I saying? That box might have already been opened because Disney have found success with some of their live action remakes making $1 billion. Disney remaking their animation library is a venture that needs to die a natural death, and I really hope this Moana flop continues the trend. Disney isn't even done with the 2D slate, they've moved to the 3D era. A live action Tangled is already in production, and it's not long before every other studio begins to copy this. Everyone wants to make money at the end of the day. Just look at how everybody is trying to create their own MCU, and it's created a whole factory of just unnecessary slop. Universal has already started with DreamWorks with the release of How to Train Your Dragon. What's next? A live action Shrek, Shark Tale, Madagascar, Flushed Away? It's only a matter of time if the audience does not put a stop to this now. Because if we keep feeding the machine producing this crap, we would only expect Pixar to do the same. Sony Animation, Illumination. Moana is just the start, and it doesn't even have to be a long time before they remake these films. Soon we'll be hearing talk of Frozen, Encanto, or Wish. My only gripe is that the actress for Moana was saddled with this doomed film as her debut. Disney's hubris is the reason why this film was made. Nothing more, nothing less. They were so thirsty for cash that they did not even try to bank on nostalgia, because there really isn't any nostalgia. A $250 million shot-for-shot remake was a huge waste of time, and I'm glad that it's failing. It's too early to say this is the death of Disney live action remakes though, because Lilo and Stitch made $1 billion just last year, and Tangled may end up being profitable, but this is just a completely pointless movie. I made this video just to make a comment on the state of this film, because I'm actually working on another video now, but the editing for that will take a bit of time, so stay tuned and I'll catch you in the next one.